Hello, everyone, and welcome to my presentation on advocacy in action, addressing the affordable housing crisis. Current event overview. This presentation focuses on the affordable housing crisis happening across many communities today. Rising rent, low wages, and limited housing options have increased homelessness and housing instability. Recent advocacy efforts in the city like San Francisco and Austin show communities are pushing for funding and policy changes to create long-term housing solutions instead of short-term fixes. Problem being addressed. The main issue is the main issue being addressed is housing instability and homelessness. When people don't have safe, affordable housing, it affects their mental health, family stability, and overall well-being. Diller 2019 explains that social problems like housing insecurity are shaped by systemic barriers, not personal failure. Matlock 2019 also notes that focusing on individuals or focusing only on individual solutions ignores larger systems creating these issues. Populations and systems involved. Housing instability impacts low-income families, individuals experience homelessness, veterans, people with disabilities, and communities of color. Multiple systems are involved, including housing authorities, local governments, nonprofit organizations, and the economic system. Diller 2019 emphasizes that understanding how systems interact with culture and equality is essential for effective advocacy. Craig et al. Also highlight how group-based efforts strengthen social change. The macro level of advocacy. At the macro level, advocacy focuses on changing policies that impact housing access. These include expanding funding for affordable housing and strengthening tenant protections. Romano 2015 explains that policy advocacy is key to reducing systemic barriers. Diller 2019 adds that social justice work must challenge structures that maintain inequality. Matlock 2018 reinforces that social workers have an ethical responsibility to engage in this level of change. The meso-level advocacy happens through community programs and partnerships. Social workers collaborate with shelters, housing programs, and nonprofits to prevent eviction and homelessness. Diller 2019 explains that community-based approaches work best when they reflect cultural needs and lived experiences. Craig et al. 2020 also show that collective action strengthens engagement and long-term impact. At the micro level, advocacy, social workers advocate by helping clients navigate housing systems, complete applications, and understand their rights. This level focuses on empowerment and self-determination. Diller 2019 stresses the importance of respecting client dignity while building skills. Matlock's 2018 highlights that micro practice should connect to a broader advocacy efforts, not standalone. Diversity, advocacy, and social justice. Housing access is not equal for everyone. Race, income, disability, and family structure all impact who gets housing and who doesn't. Diller 2019 emphasizes that culturally responsive practice is essential for social justice. Craig et al. 2020 also explains that people are more engaged when advocacy reflects their lived experiences, which helps ensure equity and inclusion. Christian worldview and advocacy. From a Christian worldview, advocacy connects to values of compassion, justice, and service to others. These values support standing with marginalized populations while respecting each client's autonomy. Diller 2019 notes that belief systems can influence helping approaches when applied ethically. Romano 2015 explains that advocacy grounded in justice aligns with professional ethics when it centers dignity and respect. Role of a social worker. Social workers serve as advocates, educators, and change agents across all levels of practice. Matlock's 2018 explains that social action res- is a professional responsibility, not optional. Diller 19 Diller 2019 reinforces that social workers must challenge themselves that limit access to basic needs. Together, these roles allow social workers to promote long-term changes. In conclusion, advocacy is essential to addressing the affordable housing crisis. By working at the micro, meso, and macro levels, social workers help create sustainable solutions. Diller 2019 reminds us that social justice must social justice, sorry, my words, work must address both individual needs and systemic barriers. This current event show this current event show how advocacy can lead to meaningful, lasting change. And here are the sources that I used for this presentation. Thank you so much for watching.